one of the things that comes of some interest to Socrates that's kind of brought up throughout his life is that Socrates believed he was called to be a philosopher, that he would have these experiences which come up of some importance, because I think it also kind of helps you understand his philosophy when we get a few pages into this module or this lesson. But Socrates believed that he was basically called by the gods. When he was a young man, he went to the Oracle of Delphi and was told, basically know thyself, question yourself. And so that he saw that as a calling to go out and do philosophy, to spend his career philosophizing, to questioning things. And he basically he lived by a philosophy that the unexamined life is not worth living. And he basically went around questioning and talking. But one of the things that's of some interest is he had these experiences that were kind of spiritual moments, that what they would call daimonion, which is Greek for ghost. And the daimonion is the idea that, occasionally he would be going along and he would feel like he would have this otherworldly experience. Now, I think in modern terms, we would probably have considered him maybe epileptic or something. He would have these experiences. But he was sometimes it was described that he would go into these trance-type states where he'd just be walking along and all of a sudden he would just freeze, and he wouldn't move for maybe 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And what would happen is he would say when he got through with these that had gone to this world of ideas, and that his body had no longer, he just sort of had these mystical experiences in which he had left his body, and these would happen sort of without warning. He would just sort of go into like a trance-like state. And so that was all part of his belief that he had sort of, that he had these experiences, and so that was kind of described as something that would occur, that he would go into these kind of trance-like states and pause and experience the world of forms, which we'll talk about later, and then come back. But it was all part of his sort of mystical experience of believing that his philosophy came from the heavens and that he would sometimes leave this physical world to experience it in that realm.